By the way, he made an interesting point there. And it's something that you guys are starting to do, and it's just stupid. So I want to save you from sounding stupid both on the air and with your friends when you're at the bar or you're watching a game. Do not equate a player's NFL future or draft stock to college productivity or college ability.
It's the classic potential versus production.
Right. David Pollack said it right there. Tyrann Mathieu was an unbelievably impactful player in college. Okay? A guy who played the slot, and he was like a weird hybrid on third downs and would blitz and block kicks and interceptions and return kick. Okay. The point is, Tyrann Mathieu was a third-round pick. He had physical limitations. He was a smaller guy. Well, Tyrann Mathieu, as Pollack said, was a better college player to this point than Jabrill Peppers. Okay? I don't think that's unfair or insulting. Now, Peppers is going to go in the first round. Hopefully to my Giants. Because Lord knows we need linebackers, and we can't cover any damn receivers, and we're terrible. And our special teams are a joke. So I digress. The point is, Peppers is going to go in the first round because his measurables are there. And he's an unbelievable athlete. Okay, now do we have Paul? Now, Feinbaum, I almost feel like I don't need to listen to him either because he hates Michigan. He's worse than me.
I think he does have a chance. If he has a big game against Michigan State and a monster game and a win against Ohio State, he still has the Big Ten championship. If that happens, then I think he could be the beneficiary of a split vote. You have J.T. Barrett, who may be going the wrong way if Ohio State loses. You have Lamar Jackson. You have Deshaun Watson. And I think when you sit down as a Heisman voter, which we all are, to make a ballot, I think he could win if he has the momentum going from November into early December.
I kind of zoned out after he said Desmond Howard has a Heisman vote. Oh, God help us. I'm sure that's a rational vote. All right. So, no, I thought it was interesting stuff. David, thank you for going out and grabbing that, man. I do appreciate it. There was just no way to do it when Doug and Scott were on the air, and I'm in here. I'm going, wow, I want to hear what they're saying. He does. Needs a bigger role on offense and just needs time. We got to see if he's going to produce and do some things. And I know you don't like it. I'm sorry. But, like, stuff against Rutgers or Hawaii, that's not what we're talking about. It's not his fault. The schedule was supposed to be sweet. Going to MSU, that was supposed to be a showcase. Hey, we blew it. I'll own that. Going to Iowa was supposed to be a showcase. Iowa's no good. Ticket text coming in. Thanks, Des. Expect Michigan to beat MSU and be competitive with OSU. I would say top 10. That's Phil. Michigan grad, season ticket holder. I'm looking at Rose Bowl or bust. Anything more would be gravy. Sorry, unlike Sparty, I'm not happy with Final Fours or Big Ten titles. It's definitely a natty or bust. Love the show. That's from Brent, #Hail. My U of M thoughts are coming into the season, 10-11 wins. They roll MSU, then let's think playoff. Mike, yes, playoff or bust. If MSU was good, I'd say 11-1. But since they're not, beat OSU and go. For me, it's Big Ten or bust. College football is a crapshoot. But getting there now is the only goal. That's Andrew. Number of people, also the Hard and Black poll on ValentiandFoster.com in regards to my exploding phone that we are now. I got the replacement. Now this Note 7 is a possible explosion risk. It's a question regarding the iPhone, and I think people turn into zombies when it comes to just blindly purchasing the iPhone. So you can go to the Hard and Black poll of the day on ValentiandFoster.com. I want to get some of the people in the mix. Joe's in New Boston. He's up next. What's up, Joe?
Hey, Mike. How's it going? First time, long time.
Welcome.
Can I get a double?
You know what? Sully, can you even find that? We haven't done that in quite a while. Oh, all right. Welcome.
Thank you, Mike. Thank you. I would have to say, man, it's playoffs or bust. It's the best team since we've had Chris Perry, Chad Henne, Braylon Edwards, Jackson on defense. We just have way too much talent. Our downfall is going to be either spite or a kicking game. That's
Joe,
what it's going to come down to.
But Joe, in order for someone to expose that weakness, the other team is going to need to have a big-time quarterback. It's the only way to attack a Don Brown defense. And guess what? Nobody on your schedule has it except the Buckeyes.
OSU, yes.
That's the only one.
Exactly.
We don't have it. Beathard is okay with Iowa. He's not bad, but the rest of the team's not where it should be.
That's very true, but, it's a rivalry game, and every year they bring it. but I do think we'll go in there and take care of business at MSU. And then when
you beat us.
comes up,
You beat us by 4 touchdowns. We're nowhere close right now. We're awful. We're awful. I think things are imploding in East Lansing. Please, we're on our way to going 4-8 and 5-7. I don't even, guys. I get what you're doing. I've done it. I'm a fan. You kind of sandbag a little and go, well, could be a tough ball game. You don't need to do it. Just say it. You've got a bunch of ketchup on your mouth, and we're going to be your napkin. So just do the deal. Jason's in Macomb. He's up next, 97.1. What's up, Jason?
Hey, Mike, love the show.
Thanks, bud.
For me, it's the Ohio State-Wisconsin game for me as a measuring stick to gauge Michigan with. I know they both played Rutgers, and there was similar results, but we all know Rutgers is garbage.
Yeah.
If Ohio State rolls Wisconsin, then I'm worried. My expectations wouldn't be to beat Ohio State and get to a playoff, especially since a veteran quarterback in a kicking game against a team that's just as good or better than you always comes into play in those games.
But here's what's dangerous about what you're doing, though. You're doing something a little dangerous, and that is you're offering up you playing Wisconsin at your place, okay, versus Ohio State having to go to Wisconsin, and it's at night. Now, you got to define role. Are we talking, hey, double digits, or are we talking, hey, Ohio State's got to go in and win by 3 touchdowns?
No, I would feel comfortable if the outcome was similar to what Michigan-Wisconsin was, 21-7, 21-10, somewhere in that range. But if Ohio State just smokes them, then I'd be worried.
Yeah, Jason, I would be surprised if they go on the road at night, national TV, tough place to play in Camp Randall, and quote-unquote smoke Wisconsin. If they do that, you're right. Everybody should be concerned because that's monstrous. But guess what? They've already gone to one tough place and went out to Oklahoma. And you don't have to like Oklahoma. You don't have to think Oklahoma's great. But if I line up both teams, do I think Oklahoma beat Wisconsin? Yeah, I do. You went to Norman, and it was 42-10 in the third quarter. That does not happen. So that's kind of what they're hanging their hat on. You're hanging your hat on Wisconsin, your place. And I'll always take a road win over a home win. But a little dangerous. Be careful with that. Like, if OSU goes on a road and beats Wisconsin at their place by 10, that's a rock-solid W because you had to go on the road to do it. And it's not just margin either. It's what type of game it is. Being tied at 7 with Wisconsin, fourth quarter, I don't know. That game bothered me when I watched it, but I just gave Michigan the nod and said, look, good teams find ways to win, even in sloppy games, and they did. But, the Spate thing he's right. That is ultimately what's going to get them, I think, when they go to Columbus. Go ahead.
And for what it's worth, Ohio State is favored by 10.5 points against Wisconsin this weekend.
So there you go. Now, look, if Wisconsin wins the game by 10, are you telling me that that's equal to 14-7 in Ann Arbor? I don't view it that way.
Well, if Ohio State wins by 10, you mean?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I apologize. Yeah,
Right.
I mean, I think that's dangerous to do as fans. 248-539-9797. Also, the Hard and Black poll of the day of ValentiandFoster.com. More of your phone calls next. And coming up at 3 o'clock, we got to rate the Red Wings as they get ready to open the season on watchability. I'll explain. No defenseman with 2 legs.